What's up, everybody? Today we're going to make a hexagonal display for your collection. Stay tuned. Alright, so right here I just had some scrap pine from my woodshed, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just getting the measurements down, just something that's going to be conducive to my display building. So I'm just chopping it up. You see my sweet dust collection system. It works 100% efficient unless the dust comes out. As you can clearly see, saran wrap doesn't cut it. But now we got the pieces. Boom. 6 pieces. 360 divided by 6. That's how you're going to get that angle right there. 60-degree cuts. So I stuck the 30 on the bevel. That way you get that 90 minus 30 gives you 60 on the bevel. Gotta be careful with that in the miter. Bevel and miter, two separate things. But anyways, I got the wood glue getting ready to be glued up for the pieces using some tape. In hindsight, I probably should have used like a ratchet strap or some sort of strapping clamp, but hey, you gotta make do with what you got, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm going with. Gluing it up, keeping it tight, getting it right. Boom. There you go, baby. That's how we do it. So just trying to make sure everything's lined up correctly, putting those last pieces of painter's tape just to try to keep some semblance of tightness, and then I'm gonna bust this through with the nail gun. A little more reinforcement. Again, if I were to do this over, I would probably try to drill into the joints. That way I could throw a dowel in there and just reinforce that seam, because I'm not putting this under any kind of stress with the display of my collection that I have, so I'm not going to try to go back and redo it. It would be cool though to try to put the dowels in, maybe like a different type of wood, something that would contrast against the pine, especially later on when you're going to see the finished product. But like I say, I'm not displaying my lead collection, so it's all good. Alright, so I figured at this point, right, we made the frame, we made the center brace. I don't think you want to see a dude playing with a miter saw for 15 minutes. So let's check it out. This is what we got right here. Just random pieces, right? I'm just trying to use up all my 2x3 stock. Some of these pieces, right, they're just rough in there, right? They're not like glued together or anything yet, because I got a plan. Boom, wood and fire. That's where it's at. So that's where I'm gonna try to go with this next. If you wanted to throw a stain on this, you could. You know, like I would recommend highly that you do it at this point before you start gluing stuff, right? So you've got the outside frame, you've got the center brace, all this stuff is removable, right? So go ahead and throw your stain on where it should be, because it's gonna be a lot harder once this thing is put together. I like fire. Sometimes maybe you don't have stain, right? You ran out of your favorite stain and you're like, wow, I actually want stains at this point. Let's say you run out of your favorite stain. One thing you could do is you could mix some latex paint, 50-50, with water. Shake that up, get it real nice and mixed. Maybe not shake it, maybe you want to like stir it, right? Get it nice and mixed up, and you can use that too. So you can make it like a festive color. The other thing you could do is, like I said, you could use fire. That's what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna fire this guy up, and then what I'm gonna do after that is I'm gonna take my little nylon brush. Boom! And I'm gonna try to get all the ashy pieces off like that, right? Just go through there. And then you'll see like, there's a lot of like rough sawn pieces in here, and that's kind of cool. That's what you're going for. But I've also got a lot of good grain right here, right? And it's gonna show up all the softwood versus, I mean, this is just pine. Let's get up in there. Like this line right here is gonna show a lot better than the adjacent one, and so on and so forth. All the rings and stuff like that, right? So that's gonna be really cool. It works out pretty well. I like it. And once you're done with that, you can throw some sealant on it like that, and then you're ready to go. Give it a sand, of course, right? You want to sand it. It's going to be pretty rough, though, right? You don't have to break your back sanding this thing, because if you're going to go my method, I mean, by all means, if you're doing a latex water stain, then by all means, sand it. But if you're just going to catch it on fire, you're going to rough it up anyways. So it's going to be rustic. It's going to be rough. It's going to be all right. So just let it go, man. Just let it do its thing. It's wood. You know what I'm saying? It's natural. Just set it on fire. Just set it on fire. Just set wood on fire. That's all you got to do. All right, so I'm gonna do that next, and then we'll get back at you. Too windy to be doing this today. Check it out though. Ooh, look at them lines. Oh man, looks pretty nice. Looking good. We're just gonna blaze it up, son. We'll be back. So look at that right there, right? I tried sanding off some of that select pine or whatever, but you know what? It kind of doesn't matter because we're gonna burn it off anyway, son. All right, so we burned it. We burned it to the ground. Not really, but there you go. That's what it looks like. All right, that's pretty sweet, right? So there you go. See, you got nice grill marks, right? That's how you like to do it for like summertime or whatever. But yeah, I mean, you can see some of like the resaw pieces, which is all right. But I'm gonna go ahead and brush it up. I'm gonna try to smooth it out a little bit, and we'll be back at you. So I have changed my mind about using the nylon brush. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use my brass brush. You can kind of see on this, right? I've already been working it with the brass bristle brush. This has a little bit more burn on this part right here, and the brass really gets in there to brush it clean. You don't want to go steel. You don't want to start breaking down the fibers of the wood, but the brass really gets in there softly yet firm. All right, so there we go. We got it glued up. I kind of just, obviously these are the only ones that I'm clamping is the one on top here, but the other pieces, like this was press fit. These two are press fit now that I got this guy in here, and then these are just kind of supporting themselves. It's also very awkward to try to get the glue in there with clamps. Getting the glue in there is easy. It was easy. It's the clamps, you know? For clamping stuff, it's hard, dude. It's hard with these irregular figures, but it's starting to look good. So once the glue sets, next thing is I'm gonna put some sealant on it, and then we can display some stuff. All right, so there we go, the final display for my dagger collection. This was something that I had as a kid. This is just a quarter of what I had collected over my childhood years. But throughout the many moves that I did as an adult, you know, you get rid of some stuff here and there. But these are the ones that they still carry some weight. They still bring me some joy. So I kept them. They've been in a box since I moved to my forever house, and I wanted to get them out and displayed. So that was really the whole goal for this build, right? Is to try to inspire somebody to, go look your stuff up. Put it on the wall, put it on the mantle or something, you know what I mean? That way it's not collecting dust in the basement or an attic. This is one of my mini collections. The silver one down here in the bottom left, this probably was the one that started it all. The one on the very top was the one that this one here was the one that, once I got it, I was like, that's it, my collection's complete. It was that was the one as a kid where I saw it in the Gerber magazine or Gerber collection, whatever the Dagger magazine was in the 90s. And I saw it, I was like, I gotta have this. That and the one in the middle, right there, that's Senzo Tanaka's katana, you know what I'm saying? So it's special, right? You can't steal katana sword, so you gotta earn it. That's how it is. Displayed right in the center. Boom. Front and center. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this and you get a little inspiration to go check out your collections, bring them out, wipe the dust off, and get them cleaned up, whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? Just put it on display, man. Let your kiddos check it out, whatever the case may be. But I hope you liked the video. We'll see you next time. Peace!